What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about Ninja Gaiden 4 one more time until reviews start coming out, and ultimately, we start playing this game. So this is kind of a pulse check video. I've been doing these the last couple games that have been coming out. I want to kind of see if I can take it to another level, try to change what these videos are just a little bit. So I want to talk about just my final thoughts, how you guys are feeling. Let me know in the comments. Are you getting this game? Like, how you feel in just a few days out? But also, let's go over some last-minute news on Ninja Gaiden 4, because some of the stuff does, I think, come out just at the very, very end. So, number one, we have the sizes of this game. So it's, I believe, just under 37 gigabytes on the Xbox consoles, 55 gigs on PC, I think 54.9, but I'll round up. And then PS5, for some reason, is actually far less than even the Xbox ones, 23.55 gigabytes. Pretty small, actually, compared to all of these other games that are coming out that are like 80 plus, pretty much everywhere. That's a really good size. Okay, then we have the release time. So I did not expect this, because normally games will either be, a universal midnight, or it'll just kind of all be based around midnight Eastern, and it'll just kind of, go across the entire planet. But for this one, it's actually earlier in the day on Monday. So if you're in Seattle, you can play it at 5 p.m. For me, I'm in Colorado, that'd be 6. New York, so Eastern time, 8. So this is like an early evening. You don't have to stay awake till midnight. You don't have to stay awake till like 2 a.m. You could eat dinner and then play this game directly after, at least depending on where you are. It does fluctuate, and I guess there are certain places kind of in the east that are more technically like Tuesday, but early in the day Tuesday, versus in the west here, you kind of get it around supper time, so I think that's pretty freaking cool. And the last thing, I guess, that ties all along with this is that the review scores should be live on Monday as well, which makes more sense now, I guess, because, well, they kind of have to be, right? If people are going to be able to play this thing midday, slightly later than midday on Monday, the reviews have to go live like Monday morning, right? So people kind of get an idea of what this game's going to be, and then we're off to the races. In terms of my, final thoughts for it, I'm just so excited. I just came off of playing Ghost of Yote, all of these, September games of like the Silent Hill F's of the world, and I'm looking forward, and I said this before with Ninja Gaiden, like, it's a special game. It always has been special. Obviously, it kind of had that down period around like Ninja Gaiden 3, kind of that era, but it's a special franchise. We just lost, that's founder, the man who created it. Super tragic and also crazy timing, honestly, for him to pass less than a week before the game comes out. Hopefully they do some sort of like in memory of, at the end of the game. I imagine, they're going to try to do something like that. So that's, like I said, kind of crazy timing, but I think people are ready. I really think, I bring up those games that I just played because like Ninja Gaiden is such like a breath of fresh air. It can be fun. It can be complex. It can be very difficult. It can obviously be very gory, very brutal, but all of those things really combined, right? Just hopefully an absolute blast to just go through and play and get those button combinations or the move sets of these two guys in our heads, and just being able to pull off some amazing things and rip enemies to shreds hundreds if not thousands of times over what one thing I haven't seen on this game is its length. I don't know if that's out there yet. I don't expect it to be like a 20 plus hour thing. I'm kind of expecting like an 8 to 10 hour thing. So if it's slightly less, well, that's in line. If it's slightly more, I guess that's in line too. I want that brutality. I want Ninja Gaiden for me, and I think I've said this before, growing up, like I stayed away. I think I played maybe once or twice growing up, or maybe even at a friend's house. I remember seeing it, like the family videos of the world, and renting it and bringing it home. I definitely do remember that, but I just remember always the takeaway being that this game is too hard. Because I wasn't very good. I still probably am not very good nowadays. Playing like 2 Black earlier this year, holy God, just a bunch of fun, and a game that can be challenging. You do have to kind of watch yourself, but a game that's just, I think the absolute blast to play part far outweighs if there's a little bit of struggle, involved with the combat or with the difficulty. So yeah, I'm really excited to play something I think so different from everything else. It comes out again this Tuesday, and Dispatch, the first 2 episodes, comes out on Wednesday. So I'll play Ninja Gaiden, put it down for a couple hours to play Dispatch, and then I'm riding out pretty much this entire week. I'm dedicating to myself Ninja Gaiden. So I'm going to thank myself for that one. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure, as always, you're subscribed to the channel, bell icon turned on, and I hope to see you all on the next one.